Imagine this. You are seconds away from the most important meeting of your career, the one that could define your next promotion, secure that game changing deal, or make or break a critical project. Suddenly, a wave of anxiety washes over you. Your heart's hammering, your thoughts are all over the place, and you are not alone if that sounds familiar. Statistics show that a huge number of professionals experience significant stress in high stakes work situations, and many people feel completely overwhelmed by it. But what if I told you that within the next few minutes, roughly around 20 minutes, you will learn specific science backed emotional hacks that can instantly shift you from a state of near panic to calm, composed, focused, and ready to conquer states. These aren't just theories, they are practical tools that top performers, from athletes to executives, use every day to master their inner state. Section one. So let me just share the screen for you all. Section one is the name it to tame it refrain, your first line of defense. Our first instant hack is a really powerful technique called name it to tame it. It's backed by some pretty cool science about our brains and emotions. Now, this might sound deceptively simple, but trust me, its impact is profound. When intense emotions like anxiety, frustration, or fear show up in a high pressure situation, what do we usually do? We tend to fight them, or ignore them, or just get swept away. And let's be honest, none of those really work, do they? The name it to tame it hack is all about consciously acknowledging and labeling the emotion you are experiencing. For example, instead of just feeling that general sense of dread before a public speaking gig, you would tell yourself, okay, I'm feeling anxious right now, or this is nervousness about the outcome. Research actually shows that the simple act of labeling can dial down the intensity of the emotion. Yet it creates a bit of psychological distance between you and the feeling, shifting you from being consumed by to observing it. So, why does this work? When you label an emotion, you engage your prefrontal cortex. That's the more rational thinking part of your brain. This helps to calm down the amygdala, which is your brain's emotional alarm center, and tends to go into overdrive during stressful moments. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Those shadowy monsters of undefined fear become identifiable, and suddenly they are a lot less intimidating. Here's how to do it in the moment. The second you feel that surge of a difficult emotion in a high stakes scenario, just pause internally for a beat. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Label it specifically. Don't just say stressed. Is it apprehension about this client's reaction, frustration with this unexpected snack, or nervousness about performing perfectly? Getting specific really is the key here. Some frameworks, like the mood meter, emphasize how important it is to accurately identify what you are feeling. Once you have named it, you can add a layer of acceptance or reframe. For instance, okay, I am feeling anxious, and that's a normal response to a challenging situation. It means this is important to me. Or this feeling of pressure, that's just energy I can channel. The simple act of naming does several things about things almost immediately. It interrupts the emotional spiral. It gives you a sense of control, even if it feels small. By showing you that you can observe your internal state without being totally controlled by it. And it sets the stage for even better emotional management down the line because you can't effectively manage an emotion you haven't first acknowledged and understood. This kind of self awareness is really the bedrock of handling your emotions. This technique turns that overwhelming internal chaos into a defined piece of information your logical brain can then process and manage. It's your first crucial step to pressure proofing your mind. Now, section 2 is the psychological side. Instantly reset your nervous system. Now that you have identified the emotion, our second hack targets the very physical side of stress and pressure, the physiological side. This is a powerful, research backed breathing technique you can do anywhere, anytime, often without anyone even noticing, to quickly calm your nervous system. High pressure situations trigger our sympathetic nervous system, that classic fight or flight response. Your heart rate shoots up, your breathing gets shallow and rapid, and your muscles tense. The physiological sigh directly counteracts this by kicking in your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. So, what is it? The physiological sigh involves a specific breathing pattern, two inhales followed by one long exhale. Specifically, you take a full inhale through your nose, then without exhaling, you sneak in another short, sharp inhale to really fill your lungs, like taking an extra little sip of air. Then you exhale slowly and fully, usually through your mouth. Why this is so effective? Our lungs are filled with tiny sacs called alveoli. When we are stressed, these little sacs can collapse, making it harder for our bodies to get enough oxygen, and that just feeds into those feelings of anxiety and panic. That double inhale of physiological sigh is a big relief point. It helps to reinflate these collapsed alveoli. The long, slow exhale that follows helps to efficiently overload carbon dioxide and, importantly, signals to your vagus nerve, a key player in your parasympathetic nervous system, that it's time to chill out. Deep breathing is a well known trick for reducing anxiety. So here's the drill. The moment you feel that physical tension, that racing heart, that shallow breath, that's your cue. Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs. At the very moment of that, inhale, take another short, sharp inhale, almost like a quick gasp to get just a bit more air inside. Then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, making the exhale longer than the inhales combined. Really, let all the air out. Repeat this just 1 to 3 times. Often, a single physiological sigh can make a noticeable difference in how calm you feel almost instantly. Studies have shown that even brief breathing exercises like this can hit the reset button on your mental state. This isn't just taking a deep breath, it's a specific neurologically targeted move. Athletes use controlled breathing all the time to stay sharp under pressure. Think of it as a manual override switch for your body's stress response. When the pressure mounts and your body starts screaming, danger, the physiological sigh whispers back, it's okay. We have got this. It's an incredibly discreet yet powerful tool to have in your back pocket for those high stake moments where composure is absolutely essential. Getting good at this is key to emotional regulation, helping you stay focused when things get intense. Section 3, the challenge, not threat. Mindset shift, reframe your reality. Our third instant hack takes us from the physical to the mental, but with an important twist. It's about actively reframing how you see the high stakes situation itself. This is the challenge, not threat, mindset shift. When we are faced with pressure, our brains often default to what's called a threat appraisal. We start focusing on everything that could go wrong, the potential for failure, all the negative consequences. This floods our system with stress hormones like cortisol, messes with our thinking process, and leads us acting tentatively and out of fear. But here's what high performers often do. They see these exact same situations as a challenge, not a threat. Our challenge appraisal shifts the focus to the opportunity for growth, the chance to showcase skills, and the potential for a positive outcome. This mindset shift isn't about putting on rose colored glasses. It's a smart way to rewire how you respond to the pressure, both in your body and in your mind. And when you view a situation as a challenge, your body still gets an arousal response, but it's more like energizing excitement than crushing fear. You get that helpful burst of adrenaline and without the paralyzing effects of too much cortisol. Now, why does this work? Your perception largely dictates your reality, and even more so, your physiological response. For example, research in sports psychology shows that athletes who really believe in themselves see tough situations as challenges to conquer, not threats to run from. This perspective helps them maintain composure and focus, and actively reframing those negative thoughts. That's a proven winner for managing emotions. Here's how to put this into action. When you feel the pressure mounting and your thoughts are drifting towards potential failure, what if I mess up? What if they say no? Consciously interrupt that pattern. Ask yourself, how can I look at this as a challenge or an opportunity? Actively search for the positives or the growth aspects. For example, instead of this presentation is terrifying, I might fail. Shift to this presentation is a chance to share my expertise and influence the outcome. It's an opportunity for me to shine. Instead of this negotiation is so high pressure, I might lose. Shift to this negotiation is a complex puzzle to solve. It's a chance to hone my skills and achieve a great result. Focus on what you can control your preparation, your effort, your responses, not the uncontrollable bits or the ultimate outcome. Use positive self talk to reinforce this challenge mindset. Phrases like, I'm prepared for this, I thrive under pressure, or this is what I have trained for, can be incredibly powerful. This isn't about denying that the situation is difficult, it's about changing your relationship to it. By consciously choosing a challenge mindset, you can alter your brain chemistry, enhance your cognitive abilities, and tap into a more resourceful state, resilient state, and effective version of yourself. This proactive reframing empowers you to step into high stakes moments, not with dread, but with a sense of engaged determination. It's about transforming those perceived threats into platforms for your best performance. Now, section 4, strategic disengagement and refocus, your mental reset button. Our final instant hack is the art of strategic disengagement and refocus. Sometimes, right in the heat of a high pressure moment, our minds can get stuck in a loop of worry, overthinking, or just plain distraction. We fixate on a mistake we just made, an unexpected comment, or a fear that's looming. This mental fixation can completely derail our focus and performance. Strategic disengagement is about intentionally taking a tiny mental break, stepping away from that unproductive thought patterns, and then consciously refocusing your attention. Think of it like hitting a mini reset button for your brain. This isn't about checking out completely. It's a brief, purposeful disengagement to create a little space for a much more effective re engagement. Even super short bursts of practice, like mindfulness, can boost emotional regulation and cut down stress. Now, why does this work? Our brains aren't built for non-stop intense focus, especially when we are stressed. Trying to just power through mental noise often just makes it louder. Strategic disengagement gives the overactive part of your brain a quick breather, reducing that cognitive load. It interrupts the momentum of negative thought spirals. The refocusing part then lets you redirect your mental energy where it needs to go, towards the task at hand or to a more constructive internal state. Taking breaks, even these micro ones, allows you to recharge and get your focus back. Now, here's what to do. Recognize the signs you are replaying a negative thought, you feel your attention scattering, or you are just overwhelmed by a flood of information. Disengage, the micro break. Briefly shift your full attention to a neutral sensory input. Maybe focus on the feeling of your feet on the floor, the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your nostrils. Just observe it. Don't try to change it. Or a specific neutral object in your environment, like the texture of the table or a spot on the wall. This can be for as little as 5 to 10 seconds. Some people find it helpful to focus on different pressure points on their body while taking a moment of positive thoughts. Then do a quick body scan. Briefly notice any tension in your body, jaw, shoulders, hands, and consciously try to release it for a moment. Coming to the refocus task. So the first one was to disengage, the micro break through sensory anchor and quick body scan. Now is refocusing. How we can do that? Task cue. Bring your attention back to the immediate next step of the task. What's the very next thing you need to do or say? Then positive affirmation or instruction. Use a pre-prepared short empowering phrase. Focus, present, one step at a time. I have got this. Then it's the process goal. Remind yourself of a small process-oriented goal. For example, clearly explain the next point or listen actively to this question. Focusing on process goals can be really helpful. For example, if you stumble over your words during a presentation, instead of dwelling on it and letting your anxiety ramp up, you could disengage and refocus. So, how disengage? Take a slightly deeper breath, feel your feet on the floor for 2 seconds, and then you can refocus. Silently tell yourself, next slide, clear voice, and then continue. This technique helps you manage your attention, which is such a vital resource under pressure. It stops small errors or distractions from snowballing into major performance meltdowns. By practicing strategic disengagement and refocus, you build mental agility, allowing you to navigate the inevitable turbulence of high stakes situation with greater calm and precision. It's about controlling your focus, not letting the pressure control you. And here's a call to action. Action. There's 4 hacks, naming it to tame it, the physiological sigh, the challenge threat mindset shift. The strategic disengagement and refocus are potent tools you can start using today, right now, to instantly manage your emotions and perform better under pressure. They are simple, actionable, and backed by real understanding of how mind and body react to stress. Which of these tricks, rather hacks, resonates most with you? Which one will you commit to trying the very next time you face a high stakes situation? I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Drop a comment below and share which technique you are going to implement first. If you found this instant emotion hacks valuable and want more strategies to elevate your professional performance, master your mindset. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our future content. Your ability to manage emotions is a critical skill for success, and we are here to help you develop it. Remember, facing pressure is just part of an ambitious professional life. The goal isn't to eliminate pressure, but to transform your response to it. By adding these instant emotion hacks to your toolkit, you are not just learning to cope, you are learning to excel. You are building the mental resilience and emotional agility to stay calm, remain focused, and deliver your best work, even when the stakes feel impossibly high. Pressure proofing your mind is an ongoing practice, but with these immediate strategies, you are well on your way to turning those critical moments into opportunities for victory. Book a one on one career clarity call with me. The QR code is mentioned at the end of the webinar. Avail the free digital resources. The QR code is mentioned at the end of the webinar. So, all the best. Take care. See you in the next video.